Oh, my face is greasy. Jesus. Get this hair together like Miss Maxine was fighting for her life. Let's see.
Tunnels from Diddy's house. No, bitch, I be
Good evening. Good evening. I am waiting on more people to join so that we can dive into another show of shit today. Because, baby, I didn't want to do this live. I am exhausted. And people so used to me on Instagram Live that they have not migrated to YouTube. Hello, everyone on my Instagram. I am just here to direct you all back to my YouTube channel where we're going live right now to discuss Diddy, Dolph, Trump. So click the link in my bio. It's going to land you right onto my YouTube channel, and y'all come on over and migrate to the YouTube channel where we're going live. Because, yeah, I would rather be asleep. But I wanted to tell y'all to come on over. So click the link, the Public Opinion Court. We are live right now. We have some people in already, and we just waiting on y'all. So as soon as y'all get over here, we can fellowship. Who sent me a request? If you sent a request, then I'm gonna need you to come over to YouTube and ask whatever questions you have. I can send you a link. But yeah, we're not going live on here. We're going live on YouTube. It was for the YouTube. Oh no, it's for, you got to go to the YouTube. So click the link because we're live right now. So we can get into it. And I see y'all still on here instead of going to the live. I'm not staying on both. I'm not doing that. No. I'm going to give y'all a few more seconds to move to my YouTube channel. Come on. Click the link. I made it so easy. Because I don't want to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Y'all, we are going to, I'm going to need y'all to transfer over to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. The Public Opinion Court is right at the top. The link is in the bio. And like if you literally get off of my live, you will go to the link and you will be able to get in. But I will see you on my YouTube channel. See y'all soon. The link is in my bio. Goodbye. And we are back. Oh, wait, hold on. No, not that. So good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Attorney Anderson. By day, I am a business consultant, entrepreneur, inventor, crisis killer. Like I kill crisis all the time because people got a crisis. But the Public Opinion Court is my baby. It is protected. I do have a trademark for the Public Opinion Court, and I do have some cease and desist to be sending out very soon because y'all don't play with my brand. But today, you guys, we are going live to talk about all of the news that has been in the universe today, or on the blogs, or on YouTube, everywhere. So there are three things that we're going to touch. Of course, you all can chime in, ask questions, be yourself, talk about what you want to talk about. And yeah, we're going to get into it. So the three things that we're going to talk about is Trump and eating the dogs has an arrest warrant that they are asking for an arrest warrant to be issued against him and Vance. We have Diddy with a new lawsuit with a victim. I'm going to play the video of her and her statements and just go over the overview of what's detailed in the assault, because baby, let me tell you something, ain't no man that I'm with gonna have me out here sacrificing my body parts to elevate his career. And then we got Dolph. There are some interesting things that have happened today in the Dolph trial, as well as yesterday afternoon that I didn't get to because I was tired and I ain't had the capacity anymore. So like I said, if you aren't here, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video because my page can only grow with your help. So engage, engage, engage. Talk, 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 talk. Ask as many questions as you want in the chat. And we are ready to get into it. So let me ask y'all, who wants what topic do y'all want me to start on? Do y'all want me to start on Trump? Do y'all want me to start on Diddy? Do y'all want me to start on Dolph? I'm gonna give y'all opportunity to put your comment in the chat box, and I'm going to start with wherever y'all want me to start. Mm, 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 mm. You have Dolph, you have Trump, you have. Oh, somebody said Trump is an appetizer. Trump is an appetizer with his little nasty self. Whew. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Speak now, forever hold your peace. So many of y'all are saying Dolph. I kind of want to get Trump out of the way, but I'm going to, let y'all have this moment, and we're going to start with Dolph. So if you were here yesterday on my live, we went over testimony from, what's it? Cornelius. Cornelius Smith is one of the suspects who pled guilty to the murder of Young Dolph and the conspiracy to his murder. Well, Mr. Smith got on there and he was just telling on everybody. He was like, my conscience, I only got $800 out of this. I was supposed to get $40K, but Juk, who is the brother of Yo Gotti, and he was at one of the executives of CMG. Now I'm gonna come back to CMG because there are some interesting things that I want y'all to know in regards to what has transpired with that empire in relation to what Diddy is experiencing right now. So, of course, yesterday I went over how Cornelius was just singing like a canary because Juk did not hold up the end of his bargain where he was supposed to provide them with $800 for the, not 800, $40K for the hit that they put out. And apparently they put a bounty on Dolph's head, and it was originally supposed to be 500,000. I don't know how it got down to 100,000, but he literally put out a bounty to anyone. And we know what a bounty is. Just like The perfect example I can give y'all is Bounty Hunters. Y'all remember the show Bounty Hunters with what's his name? The dog. Y'all, that show had me in a chokehold. I used to watch that all the time. I thought I was a part of that family. I am new to all of this. This is mid-shock. Dog the Bounty Hunter, y'all. So if you watched that show, you knew that he was a Bell's bondman. So in order for them to not lose their equity or their money that they put up to bail people out, if they jump bail, they have to go and get them. So they put out a bounty. And when that happens, that means that whoever catch them first is going to be the one that is rewarded with whatever is going to be rewarded for a fugitive on the run. This is essentially the same thing, but Dolph was not no fugitive. Dolph was a rapper, entrepreneur, father, family guy, a street philosopher. I'm gonna call him a street philosopher because he turned his street dealings into music, and he did it quite well. But that's neither here nor there. So they put a bounty out on Dolph, and I mean, this was like weeks prior to. And what we learned is that Juke met up with Cornelius, Govan, Justin. Justin is who's on trial. Justin is the only one that did not take a plea. Govan and Cornelius, along with some other individuals that I'm going to name that testified today, are what were accessories after the fact. So they met up in his house, and Juke told them to leave their phones outside. So everybody is in an uproar because CMG is attached. We know the beef between PRE, Paper Route, as well as CMG, the beef between Gotti and Dolph. And this is a long-standing beef that I really wish that would have somebody would have been a bigger person and, prevented this from happening. But according to my sources, allegedly, because we're going to use allegedly, Gotti was not involved. He wanted no parts of it. Him and his brother was not even the closest as it appeared. I don't know how true that is because they are on, I know pictures say 1,000 words, but I don't know how true it is that they were not buddy. But they've had allegedly not a great relationship. So when this happened, apparently or according to my sources, Gotti did not want any parts of it because of it was automatically going to get attached back to him. Well, we're here. And outside of what I reported on yesterday, what we learned, what I didn't get to is that the $800 that they only got for a $40,000 hit that he thought he was about to buy his baby mama a house, Cornelius Smith, they in CMG, because that's what they're saying, paid $50,000 for Cornelius' lawyer. And that was one of the things that was said that he was going to be doing, was paying for their lawyers if they get jammed up. So it was out yesterday that CMG paid for it. The reason why that is important is because when I reported on yesterday is the possibility of a RICO. And the reason why that is significant is if you can link an organization, a company, an enterprise to criminal activity that is in violation of a federal statute, which murder is, they could very well investigate you and find probable cause and send it to a grand jury, and then we'll be talking about something there. You only need individuals within the organization. His brother is an executive. So fast forward to today. Today we had new witnesses on the stand. The ones that we had was, hold on. Let me pull it up for you guys. The witnesses that we had on the stand that is going to shock you, because they're all snitching. Snitches don't get stitches, they get time, just like the rest of them. So today, the state decided to call the accessories. An accessory after fact is someone that has aided an individual that has committed a crime, a known crime, in facilitating either hiding, either throwing away evidence, in whatever conjunction, they have aided these individuals in the continuation of this crime. So these individuals, one, Young Dolph's cousin, who's 21 years old, who had to be every bit of 17, 18 when this happened, was an accessory after the fact. Because what he said, he did not know that any of this was going on. He did not know. But when he found out, apparently he washed his hands. I don't know how true that is, but my cousin should not be a part of any conversation with people that have put a hit out on me. So that was significant to me because it also showed that people's willingness to unalive somebody out of money, greed, hate, and fear of them being better than them. Like, that's what I was picking up today, because I'm like, your cousin, Dolph, your cousin. So he testified, and he, of course, laid out what happened after the fact, with Cornelius, Govan, and Justin. Then we have Mr. Ingram. Mr. Ingram comes because he's one of the drivers. He's another individual that was hit with an accessory after the fact. Then we have Jamarcus Johnson, who's the brother of Justin Johnson, who was charged with accessory after the fact, aiding and abetting, because he assisted his brother after the murder of Young Dolph. So we had these three additional individuals along with the detective, who, of course, everybody have to have a detective on the actual case. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring up this video of one of the individuals that y'all are not familiar with, but was definitely a part of the after effects.
Pleads guilty to accessory after the fact. Prosecutors say Jamarcus Johnson helped his half-brother, who's accused of actually killing the rapper, hide from authorities after the shooting.
WRAG's Kwamitra Wilburn was in the courtroom when that plea deal was made.
Prosecutors say Jamarcus Johnson had no role in the murder of Adolph Thornton Jr., also known as Young Dolph. They say he didn't come into the picture until about a week or so after the shooting.
Jamarcus Johnson had no involvement in the homicide before the murder. He had no involvement in the homicide during the murder.
Friday morning, Jamarcus Johnson pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact for his involvement in the death of Young Dolph. Dolph was gunned down inside Makita's Cookies in South Memphis on November 17, 2021. Prosecutors say Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson were the gunmen. Prosecuting attorney Paul Hagerman says Jamarcus was pulled in after the shooting by Justin, his half-brother.
About a week or so afterwards, he took acts that helped his brother evade law enforcement.
Hagerman says Justin gave Jamarcus a car and cell phone, the same cell phone that Justin allegedly had with him before and during the murder.
His brother Justin would call the telephone, and he'd place the telephone up to another telephone, and they would, in essence, trick Justin Johnson's federal probation officer into believing that Justin Johnson still had his cell phone and was still in Memphis, Tennessee.
Hagerman says Jamarcus also used the phone to facilitate phone conversations between Justin and Cornelius Smith after the shooting.
So what you're looking at, or what you just saw, was the brother of Mr. Johnson, who's actually on trial, the only one that decided, no, I'm going to take this case to trial for what I don't know. When you got all these people that are putting you there, it's like, yeah, you have a constitutional right, but is it worth being, considered for life in prison when you could have taken like a 40-year deal? So his brother, Innocence, of course, as you heard, would put his brother on the phone to his probation officer, federal probation officer, in order to make it appear that Justin was actually in the vicinity of the city, which was totally incorrect. He was gone, y'all. He was gone. He was gone. He wasn't there. So what they did was like, okay, you thought Fat Me was crazy. We're about to put you in this pan with your brother, but we ain't gonna give you no avocado oil. We're gonna give you some good old Crisco, the lard that was in the can that you had to pull out and you had to let melt. That's what we're gonna give you, because we're gonna slow this down for you so that you can understand what you did was not right. But of course, that's his brother, and he probably was like, that's my brother's keeper, but your brother is singing. I posted this on Instagram today. I said, a dead man can't talk, but a hit man is gonna holler every single time. And we are seeing in this particular case with Young Dolph being the victim that a hit man will holler, but the dead man, aka Juke, can't talk. So everything is coming back on Young Juke. Not young. He big. He real big. Real big. But everything was coming back on them. The heat was on them. Like, how did you not think Memphis, who loves Dolph, was not going to be in the uproar? It was not going to feel like World War II. These people love this man, like love Dolph real bad. How did you not think, Jude, that this was not going to, the fingers were not going to be pointed at you and then ultimately your brother? Now, I do put a disclaimer because I have not heard any testimony that has put Yo Gotti into the mix of anything. Hey, it ain't my business to find it. If it's going to come out, it's going to come out. But what I can tell you that his brother, who was a part of the record label, put a hit out on Dolph, a bounty. And what's crazy is when you hear Mr. Smith say he didn't have any beef with him, he didn't even know him, for him to go and kill Dolph. You heard the same thing from Gardner. You heard the same thing from Jamarcus. And if y'all don't recall, Justin is in a picture with Dolph behind him while Dolph is performing. Baby, you got to keep your enemy. I didn't know you needed to keep your enemies that close, because that same enemy killed him. Now, I'm going to have to take a step back on keeping the enemies close, because Dolph has shown me that no, that I ain't keeping them close. I'm keeping them closely away from me. So after this testimony came out, of course, now it appears that there were multiple people that were intricate parts in making this happen. We have the meetup, Juke, which is so stupid. Why would you meet up with these individuals? Then you did a FaceTime with them. Then you're keeping up with them. Then you're paying for their lawyers, as if it's not going to be traced back. And like I said, it is very easy for a federal statute to strict liability you. And what I mean is, if you give somebody a parent or agent authority at your business, anything that they do, you will become responsible for. Anything that they do. That's why you got to limit people's ability to have control of your business. Because just because Juke can't talk and he's not here, because best believe he was going to get tried, and he was going to get, they were going to basically indict him as well. But I think they're waiting. I also think it's more of a federal thing, y'all. I don't know why my spidey senses is saying that, because they would have been picked him up. They would have been picked up. They just been keeping stuff like so tucked in, because a lot of this stuff, y'all, we are just now hearing. We didn't know it was all these people that was involved. We never saw the video footage of Dolph's brother running out to shoot. We didn't know that Dolph's cousin had any kind of position in this. We didn't even know Justin's brother was a part of it. It's like all Memphis business. People in Memphis know. And the allegations are also going back to when Dolph shot up that his Sprinter van was shot at 100 times. So for this whole situation, y'all, when I say whole situation, it's getting eerie by the day. Eerie. And I wanted to ask y'all a question, and please don't be afraid to engage, because this is a real question. What do y'all think Yo Gotti is over there thinking right now? And I want y'all to let me know in the comments. What do y'all think he's thinking? And what do y'all think is going to happen? Do y'all think that they're going to try to find a way to make him responsible in some kind of way because they are attaching CMG? Because let me tell you, I don't know. But I want to see what y'all think. I want to see what y'all think, because it's important. That's why we're on this platform, to engage the public opinion court. I want to know y'all opinions. Asking Angela how to get in touch with Russ. Benny, who is that? Who is Angela? I like that name, by the way. That's a good, wholesome name, Benny. I hope you wholesome. Gotti sleeping with his eyes wide open. Yep. I think Juke was sleeping with his eyes open too. I think he was sleeping with his eyes open. Asking Angela how to get in touch with Russ. Angela Simmons. Oh, Russell. I get what you're saying. Then Vinny, you're saying that Gotti is asking Angela how to get in touch with her uncle so he can go over there to Bali and escape all this mess, something that Diddy didn't do. I get what you're saying. I get it. What y'all think? Like, do y'all think that they're going to come out after Gotti for this? Do y'all think that Gotti knew about this? And if he did know, do y'all think he told his brother, you didn't up now, you didn't effed up now? A Fed somewhere listening to his lyrics and comparing notes. Yes, I believe they're going to try to attach Gotti. Now, let me go into a little more detail when we're talking about business. That's why, as a business consultant, I have my own business firm. I literally have the BYOB firm, Build Your Own Business. You have to be careful about the individuals you give authority to bind your company to things and responsibilities, because it can come back on the company, not the individual, unless they pierce the corporate veil. Then it's things that can happen on a personal level. However, you have to be careful, because what we're seeing in the YSL trial, even though there, is lie after lie after lie, which, hey, y'all didn't mess this man's life up anyway. So now you got to lie. They are attaching the involvement through what I call apparent and agent authority. When you give people power in your business and they start to conform, whether it's verbal or in writing, you will have situations where Gotti is now, I'm pretty sure he has his lawyers looking into this, Rock Nation, but it's going to hurt his business. And that is the reason why I wanted to touch on what I wanted to touch on, because a lot of people don't know, because one of the viewers yesterday, Miss Bond, she was like, no, CMG has changed from Cocaine Music Group to Collective Music Group. Do y'all want to know why that happened? Do y'all know why that happened? And when it happened? And why it's been so secretive? And let me tell you something. Everybody had a right to their privacy. Everybody has a right to their privacy. So Cocaine Music Group changed to the Collective Music Group because of, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, this is allegedly, this is just my opinion, no reality to it. But my opinion on the matter is that they changed it after this situation happened so that they can get away from the possible implication of a criminal investigation, because they're thinking that by changing the name and dissolving that old business, that it does not trickle to the new business. Baby, that old business ain't got no statute of limitation, especially if they're coming after you on the federal level. The state is not going to come after Gotti. There is nothing state related in this case. Nobody has put him there around in the vicinity. So I have no proof. Nothing has been shown that this man has any involvement. So until I see further, I'm going to say that I don't believe that he had any involvement in it. You're going to have to show me. And a dead man can't talk, but the hitmen are hollering. So maybe there are some more things that need to come out so that we can then discuss. But as of right now, nothing has come out. But I wanted to break that down to you all because it's very significant when a person decides to pivot in the midst of what happened to Dolph. Is very publicized. And if they want to keep, eyes off of them. So this trial is not going to be drawn out. It's not going to be long. And just to touch back over some of the key moments of this trial, we already have a co-defendant that has testified against Mr. Johnson. The co-defendant put them there. The co-defendant put the gun in his hand, and he looked like he knew what the hell he was doing. That's why he should not have been doing it. Put Juke in the house before when they were strategizing, and put him on a FaceTime and subsequent communication. Juke put himself there with that $50,000 payment to the lawyer of Cornelius Smith. So when you're putting all these pieces together, and then we have these accessories that are also adding to it, that's the ingredients that the state is using in order to prove to the jury beyond a reasonable doubt that Justin is guilty. I don't know what kind of defense he has, but tomorrow I think they're continuing with accessory witnesses. I think one of the girlfriends are going to have to testify. They show video surveillance of them at an apartment after the fact. Like, y'all, cameras are everywhere. They show video surveillance of them changing vehicles. So there is not a question of he was there, and it's not a question of who the gun was in his hands. And it's like, you have a constitutional right, and everybody is afforded that right. So I'm not going to question why this brother was like, I'm going to take this to trial, because he has a right and he should exercise it. It's a gamble because he could be looking at longer time than the individuals who decided to plead. And that's my concerned on that part. Like, nobody is saving you. Nobody is saving you. So tomorrow, I think they're going to continue with the accessory witnesses. I'm just interested to see if they're going to continue on this narrative of CMG. But mark my words, y'all, go and check and see. I'm telling y'all that business changed, and it's suspicious. So if anything ever happens and I'm proven to be right, y'all come back to this video. But in the meantime, I still need y'all to like this video. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, so we can keep this engagement up. Do y'all got any questions? Do y'all want to dive into Dolph? Do y'all got any questions about the case before we move on to the next topic? Because I don't want to keep y'all long tonight. I want to get y'all in and out. Like, because listen, I believe in getting to the point. I believe in getting to the point. So do I have any of my viewers that want to discuss Dolph or have any questions before we move on to Mr. Diddy himself? Mr. Diddy. Nobody? Now, y'all don't be shy on Instagram. Y'all be shy as hell on here. What is that energy? Why y'all don't want to talk? Okay, so we're going to move on to Mr. Diddy himself. Now, we have learned today that yet another victim from a long string of victims have come forward to tell about her experience of being sexually assaulted by Diddy. And I'm going to play her video because I want y'all to see what these victims really look like.
Here we go. Thank you.
Oops.
Okay, a little more. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you.
This is unfair.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault. It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless, isolated, and sometimes responsible for what happened to me. My family issues made the pain even worse. I was already going through a divorce at the time of the assault and did not get the support that I needed. I was also faced with disbelief and judgment. This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. But many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles. I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I'm emotionally scarred. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin. Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle. I also suffer with physical problems such as chronic pain, sexual discomfort. The violation I have experienced during the assault has had lasting effects on my body, causing ongoing health problems and complications. The combination of physical and emotional pain has created a cycle of suffering from which it is so hard to break free. I want to continue on this journey towards recovery and healing. I am glad that he is locked up, but that's a temporary feeling of relief.
Thalia is not going to be.
So the reason why I wanted to play that video is so that y'all can see exactly what these individuals, these victims that are coming forward. Now I'm going to read some excerpts from the breakdown in a complaint so that y'all can see the gravity of why those emotions feel so fresh and why these women are still traumatized at the hands of what they have stated they experienced. Now, listen, innocent until proven guilty. It's definitely hard to watch, videos like that of women who, whether it's 20, 30 years ago, is still fresh. So here is part of the complaint. It says Graves met Combs in or around late 1999 or early 2000 through her then boyfriend, who was an executive at Combs record label, Bad Boy, and had a close personal friendship with the hip-hop mogul, the suit said, hip-hop mogul. Graves frequently visited her boyfriend, who is not identified in the complaint, at the Bad Boy studio in New York and attended events hosted at Combs' residence. According to summer 2021, Combs called Graves, who was 25 at the time, and asked her to meet to discuss her boyfriend's performance. Her boyfriend was determined to climb up the ladder at Combs' record label as his romantic record label, and as his romantic partner. Plaintiff was committed to helping him, so she agreed to meet Combs. Combs and Joseph Sherman, the other individual that's named as the individual who was a part of it, was behind the wheel of the SUV, picked Graves up from her mother's home in Queens. It alleges Combs, who is in the backseat, offered her a glass of wine that she accepted and later caused her to feel lightheaded, dizzy, and physically weak. They drove her to Bad Boy Studios in Manhattan, and as she exited the SUV, the lawsuit says she felt odd and found it difficult to walk. The suit alleges Combs led her to the couch in a private room in the studio where she lost consciousness. When she regained consciousness, she was naked and her hands had been tied behind her back with what felt like a plastic grocery bag. What? Tie this? After she shouted for help, Sherman lifted her up from the couch and forcefully slammed her face down on a pool table, according to the suit. Shortly thereafter, Combs entered the room naked, the suit says. Combs applied lubricant to himself and raped her as she screamed out in pain. Graves, who is 4'11" and weighed 103 pounds at the time, was unable to move, totally overpowered physically, in addition to being drugged and bound. She then lost consciousness again, according to the suit. When she regained consciousness, the suit alleges Sherman slapped her in the face and sexually assaulted her. She again lost consciousness, the suit says. When she next awoke, she was on the couch, terrified, naked, alone in the room, so she quickly got dressed and fled. According to the suit, Graves called a livery driver who she knew and drove her to the hospital and tried to convince her to report the alleged rape and get a rape kit. But she was unable to leave the car and she was shaking and crying hysterically and terrified of what Combs would do to her and her family if she reported it. She was also involved in a contentious divorce and custody battle at the time and feared that reporting the alleged rape would cause her to lose custody of her young child. Her boyfriend, who was still employed by Combs, also allegedly discouraged her from disclosing the alleged assault and told her that it could negatively affect his career. I know you lie. I know you lie. Ain't no way. You mean to tell me? Okay, let me finish reading because I just got triggered. Graves said he sustained injuries, including she sustained injuries including bruising on her wrist and face, as well as burning in her vagina and anus, and prolonged anal bleeding and hemorrhoids. She has relocated multiple times throughout the years to stay away from Combs, who, along with Sherman, has threatened her multiple times to stay silent. The suit alleges. Graves never went to the police because she was afraid Combs and Sherman would follow through with their threats, the suit says. In late November, Graves' former boyfriend, this is last year, 2023, y'all, this piece of shit, yeah, I said it, piece of shit. Former boyfriend revealed to her, oh, now you want to reveal things. For the first time that years earlier, Combs and Sherman had shown him in a group of men, some of whom were also employed by Combs' companies and other related entities, the video of her being raped. Her former boyfriend reported that he and other men watched the alleged recording on a handheld camera while at the Bad Boy Studios in New York. Y'all, what kind of man sit around? I don't care if it is a check. I don't care if it's property. I don't care if it's a job, what men sit around and watch not a porno, but a video of a woman being raped and defenseless and outweighed by two grown, disgusting predators. And in years since, both Combs and Sherman contacted her and warned her to stay silent and threatened repercussions, including that she could lose custody of her son if she ever could disclose the alleged assault. She suffered from severe depression, PTSD, and experienced suicidal ideation and intrusive thoughts, and has attempted to end her life. She's in constant fear. She struggles with hypervigilance and experiences anxiety and panic attacks in social settings, preferring to be alone. Her need to hide to feel safe has strained her relationships with family and friends. Sherman, who denies the allegations and was employed by Combs from 98 to 99 years before the alleged assault would have taken place, he said he provided security to Combs and other Bad Boy artists such as Total, Carl Thomas, and 112. He said he'd never been alone with Combs and hasn't seen him in 25 years. Baby, the ex saw you on that video and confirmed it. The ex saw you. So why are you lying? Listen, as we continue to comb through the web of Diddy, I will say he's not the target. He is a target, but he's not the big target. There are music executives, there are political affiliations, lobbyists, there are billionaires, there are other people that they want to entangle into this. And I don't know, but my gut is saying that I don't know if Diddy gonna end up like Epstein, but it's giving very much an ending like Epstein, because he knows where the bodies are buried. And the difference between Diddy and the Playboy Mansion, because we ain't gonna overlook the Playboy Mansion being a pillar in this kind of engagement. And women have traumatic experiences from the Playboy Mansion, but because they're not this, we don't get to see that. But we're gonna talk about it because it's very much true. Then we get to a couple of weeks ago, some very high political individuals were raided on because of corruption investigation from the mayor, the New York mayor's wife, I believe, was allegedly a part of that. We have police commissioners. We have the pay system. The individuals that pay to keep you safe are now being investigated for corruption. So this is not just the Diddy thing. This is about to explode on everyone unless Epstein energy is provided. So this is just in a continuation of a web of dysfunction that, is at the hands of Diddy. Thankfully, he's been stopped. Thankfully, these women can seek justice, however that looks for them. The government is going to do their job. Let the government do their job. Innocent until proven guilty. I don't care how it looks outside. Innocent until proven guilty. We don't know everything, but this is the public opinion court. And we're going to talk about opinions. But we're going to remember it's just our opinions and our feelings. And guess what? Feelings ain't reality. when it's somebody else's life. I'm gonna have to decompress after that, y'all. That is heavy. And the reason, let me just share something with y'all before y'all, because I need y'all to like and subscribe and share. The reason why this is triggering to me, because I am a rape survivor. I know what it's like to feel helpless. I know what it's like to feel drugged. This happened to me in law school from a law school classmate. And when I reported it to the bar, they did not do anything. They didn't even investigate. So for me, the reason, that is one of the reasons why I hold tight to a woman who says they have been assaulted. Now, there are men who have been wrongfully accused, and I give them all the grace and support in this world, because it's one thing to be raped. It's another thing to be falsely accused. Although my intuition is not, in a sense, feel that way about these individuals, but y'all, no means no. Women get sexually assaulted within their relationships. There's such thing as relationship sex assault, where your partner, you tell your partner you're not feeling, they come over and they do it anyway. There's a such thing. There's, of course, we have child sex assault, we have rape, we have all these things. I just can't, for the life of me, I don't understand why people think that your body belongs to them. Oh yeah, I got triggered. I have really got triggered from that, and I just can't. I can't. Like, that was a lot to read. And then when you have a man that is supposed to be your protector, that had to be the darkest time of her life. But listen, y'all, I wanted to get to Trump. I really did. But this is a lot. And I'm glad I got through it. And I'm glad that y'all joined my live. I am finding my groove on YouTube, and I can't do it without you all. My Instagram, transplant, YouTube, subscribers, and I just want y'all to, continue to engage, continue to show up to my lives, because I'm going to be here to give y'all the tea, give y'all whatever y'all need. And if there's a subject or a topic that y'all ever want me to touch on, you can always DM me on Instagram at LawyerBayESQ. Some of y'all do that anyway, and tell me where you at, because we need you to break this down. So continue to do that. Like I said, if you have not, please like this video. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends to come on over to the Public Opinion Court. And, on some days I am going to be bringing people up so that y'all can, ask questions and talk to me. And, or I have special guests. But yeah, if there's any topics that y'all want me to touch on, hit me in the DMs. It's not going down in the DMs, but hit me in the DM so that I can make sure that I'm providing y'all with consistent content, information, and engagement. So with that being said, y'all have a wonderful evening, and until next time, where some news break, because it's still gonna be breaking, and you know where to find me, at the Public Opinion Court on YouTube. Good night.